Have your fingers or toes ever turned white, purple, or even blue in response to cold or stress? It might not just be bad circulation, you may have Raynauds. Stick around to learn how to spot the signs and take control of this condition. Hey everybody, my name is Mary, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel where I talk about all things Raynauds. I've had this condition for well over 10 years and I've been navigating it the best that I can, and I'm here to share all the things that I've learned and to create a community where we can share tips and tricks with each other. So if that's what you're into, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, and let's just get into it. So first up, what the heck is Raynaud's syndrome? So Raynaud's syndrome, or Raynauds phenomenon, is a condition where the blood flow to your extremities is restricted. It's often triggered by cold or by stress, and this causes your fingers and your toes to sometimes change colors. It will often go from white to red, sometimes purple or even black when the blood flow is starting to come back into the extremities. Here's a visual of what Raynauds looks like when an active attack is occurring. And what you can see here is that the color of the skin changes. So when an active attack is taking place, often you'll see the fingertips turn white. Sometimes if people have it in both hands, it will be symmetrical. So both hands will start to sort of experience the color changes at the same time. And then as the blood flow returns, the color comes back, but it will often come back sort of as the blood rushes back, red, purple, and like I said, even a darker kind of purple-black color. A fun little factoid, it is named after Maurice Raynaud, a French doctor who identified it in the 1860s. And another fun fact is it's actually a lot more common than what people think, and they estimate it currently affects up to 10% of the population as a whole. Next up, let's talk about symptoms and the different types of Raynauds, because there are two different main categories that it falls in. So number one, the first one is primary Raynauds. And primary Raynauds just means that an individual is experiencing Raynauds phenomenon in their hands, their feet, or other areas of their body, but it is not necessarily caused by an underlying medical condition. And what that kind of means is a lot of people will experience Raynauds for a period of time in their life. Sometimes it comes, sometimes it goes. Other times it does affect them throughout their entire lifetime. But the main thing here is that it's just Raynauds phenomenon and it's not caused by any other underlying illness. Now, secondary Raynauds is less common, but it is often more severe. And what this type is that the Raynauds is being caused by some sort of underlying medical condition. It's often associated with autoimmune diseases. So for instance, if an individual maybe is suffering from lupus, we'll use that as an example, they could also be experiencing Raynauds, but the Raynauds is being caused by the lupus. The lupus is an underlying medical condition. So just to help you understand, you've got primary, you've got secondary. Primary, not caused by anything underlying, can come and go, can last throughout a lifetime. We're not sure what causes it. We're not sure what cures it. And secondary is that there is an underlying medical condition, often an autoimmune disease at play here, that is causing the Raynauds phenomenon. Now, symptoms. We already talked about color changes that an individual may see in their hands, their feet, or other body parts, but something else that's happening that's not easy to see, but the individual is feeling, is it's often associated with feelings of numbness and tingling. And again, it can be very mild and it can be very, very severe, but there are some physical pains that take place often when an individual is experiencing a Raynauds attack. Something else to keep in mind is that often individuals that experience attacks for long periods of time not only have the numbness, the pain, the tingling, but they will actually start to develop ulcers and skin issues with their extremities. It's really hard to heal it because they don't have the blood flow to sort of heal things up as quickly as somebody who does not have Raynauds. But it's just another symptom that sometimes individuals will experience. Why does it happen? The infamous question that everybody always wants the answer to, right? And while we don't know exactly what causes or cures Raynauds, what we do know is what's happening in the body when it's taking place. Raynauds occurs when blood vessels spasm. restricting blood flow. Imagine trying to squeeze water through a teeny tiny straw. That's kind of what's happening in your fingertips. It's just not going to work well, right? And that's why an individual experiences the loss of circulation. Cold weather and stress are two of the most common triggers, but did you know that for some people, even just picking up a can of soda or an icy cold beverage can trigger a Raynauds attack? And it's also not necessarily the temperature itself, but the change in temperature. So going from a warmer environment to a cooler environment can also trigger an attack. Over my many years of having Raynauds, one thing I know for certain is that it is a very personal experience and it is different for every individual. My experience with Raynauds may be different than your experience with Raynauds. And so while I may experience very severe symptoms, yours might be a little bit mild or vice versa. But I really did want to create this channel as a way to communicate with other people out there that have Raynauds and kind of help us all figure this out together, stay warm, still get outside, still enjoy all the awesome things that the world has to offer, even though we have this weird phenomenon condition that can be quite painful at times. I really do hope that you got a little bit of good information out of this video and that it has helped you in some way, shape, or form. As always, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and come back for a lot more content. My next video is going to talk about the first 5 signs that somebody tends to experience if they have Raynauds. So come back for that content, and in the meantime, stay warm.